What's up, y'all? My name is Cole, your host of the Three-Wood Golf Show, where we talk shop, always go 4-2, and never, ever three-putt. First, thank you guys all for being here and supporting the show. It's been a few months since I did my last episode. I'll just clue you in right now. This is going to be the end. No, not of the show. It's going to be the end of season one. This is a season finale. We're talking about the Tour Championship, Tommy's Triumph. We're going to talk about some other things. Details to come with the podcast, the brand, etc. And just clue you guys in on some of that stuff. But again, I apologize. I hadn't put out many episodes in the last few months. If you had listened to the previous episodes, you guys know that I took a new job and kind of took a little bit more time from me and focus, but I'm getting really settled in there and getting a groove. So I'll give you guys the details here in a little bit on what's to come for season two. But man, let's just dive right into it. Let's talk about Tommy, man. Oh, what a great day for the world of golf. I mean, the guy is just absolutely beloved by his peers, by fans. And when a guy is in that position, you have to think that, he said it best. He said it best at the end of the day today. He said, even though I'm coming down the last with a 3-shot lead, it doesn't feel like that much, And he's a guy that is, he's a top 5 player in the world, probably. I know his resume doesn't say that, and that might be a bit aggressive, but he's definitely a top 10 player in the world in terms of consistency. And so now that he's taken the lid off, he's gotten this first W on the PGA Tour. Let's not be fooled. The guy's a winner, man. He's won multiple times on the DP World Tour and the European Tour, but obviously everybody knows that within golf, the PGA Tour is kind of the pinnacle of elite golf. And so he finally did it. And he did it in the best way possible. He absolutely, unfortunately, just botched the opportunity at FedEx St. Jude a few weeks ago. But then he gets to the Tour Championship. It is the best players, the top 30, and he clutches up, man. He absolutely gets it done, and he had opportunities not to. 15 at Eastlake is a dog. That hole is tough, man. Absolutely brutally tough. And he threw it in the drink yesterday. We're talking an island green from 220 yards. You guys look at, TPC 17, at Sawgrass, and there's plenty of balls. And that hole's typically never more than 145 yards or 150 yards. And plenty of balls go in the water there. So he easily could have put one in the drink today, and he didn't, man. He hit a great shot. He made bogey, but he kept it dry and he had shots to play with. So long story short, man, he clutched up. He was able to some degree, put those nerves to the side and just get it done. So could not be happier for Tommy Fleetwood along with the rest of the golf world. And now I'm really excited more than anything to see, is this cat gonna start clipping wins? Because that's the type of player he is. His ball striking is so incredibly good. His putter's really, really good. So you have to think that now that he's gotten past that, initial kind of barrier, getting that first W. I'm suspecting Tommy's going to have a great year in 2026. I would think at least maybe one win, but hopefully multiple, man. And I would love to see him get a major because he's that type of player. He's got that, ish, if you know what I mean. So, oh man, it's just such a great day in the world of golf. Kudos, Tommy. We're going to call it Tommy's Triumph, man, because that's really what it was. The guy had been there more than anybody in the last 50 years, with top 5 finishes and all those stats. So anyways, great stuff, Tommy. Well done, pal. Okay. So like I said, this is capping off season 1, we'll say. Season 2 is going to start as soon as the fall swing starts. Same thing. I'll be doing, the Sunday evening post round podcast episodes. They'll be released on that Monday morning. I will be having guests coming on the show. I've got a guest scheduled for September 9th. Name is Mike Berlin, best-selling author, CEO, golf nut. And we wanted to get together, and he wanted to talk about his new book and just kind of share some thoughts on that and, what he's been exploring and studying within, kind of the topics of his book. And so I'll leave it at that. We'll touch more on it, obviously, in that interview. But so that's coming. Let's see what else. So I'm also going to do next year. I'm going to pick out 10 tournaments. Obviously, majors and some of the bigger signature events is what they will be. But I'm going to do the back nine with Nolan. So what that looks like. Oh, by the way, I'm Nolan. My name's Cole, but my first name is Nolan. My name is Nolan Cole Wright. Okay, so I'm going to do the back nine with Nolan. I'm going to go live on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and I'm gonna basically just commentate the back nine of those tournaments on Sunday. So you guys can get on there, you can hang out with me, you can ask questions, we can chit chat, we can have some back and forth, some banter, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. Um, I love watching professional golf as many of you guys do out there listening, and so that's also to come. In other news for Three Wiggle Golf, if you're on YouTube now, you can see I'm wearing one of the tees, and then I'm wearing a new hat. So we got those coming. I will be taking pre-orders here in just a short week and a half. So if you guys are listening to this, go to at Three Wiggle Golf Co. on Instagram, and that's where you guys will see all the pictures. They'll also be on TikTok, which is at Three Wheel Golf Co. as well. But you guys can see what I'm putting out just to start, you know what I mean? And if you guys like something you see and you want to do, you want to order something, hit me up, let me know, and I will ship that out to you as soon as I get those in. Shouldn't be more than a couple weeks, but anyways, so got merch, got some product coming. I'm also doing a golf bag. So if you are interested in getting a custom three-wheel golf bag, I'm doing nice material, kind of the premium like pleather, if you will, that you see like Vessel and Ghost and the nicer Titleist bags and kind of that vibe. But anyways, so that's kind of what's what for Three Wiggle for right now and for next year. So let's just broadly quickly talk about the 2025 season. Okay. So Rory McIlroy wins the Grand Slam. For me, I feel like that's the biggest. I feel like that is the biggest like accomplishment, achievement of the year. Like, don't get me wrong, Scotty wins a couple majors. He wins 5 times. Like, I get it. He had another really dominant year and he kind of separated himself from the pack even a little bit more. But at the end of the day, I feel like the Grand Slam is such a rare accomplishment. Although, let's be honest, I think Scotty might win the US Open next year and do that too. But we'll leave that until then. It's just so there was that. Like I said, Scotty had an incredible year. JJ Spawn is a guy that nobody really anticipated. I felt like that US Open story was really, really cool and great to see. Another guy that's super, like, you listen to him talk, he's just as likable. He seems like he would just be as likable as it gets. So um, you have to kind of think of him as a guy who's probably going to be around because he drives the ball really well and he's a good putter. And so if you can get his irons going, man, he's another guy that's now he's got the experience, he's got the win, he's been there, he's done it. And that putt that he sank on the 18th hole, I mean, wow. Let's just flash back to that for a second. That was insane. So um, those were 3 really big moments, I felt like this year in the 2025 calendar. And then to cap it off, just circle back to the beginning of this episode, man. Tommy's triumph was, I feel like when we're in the early parts of next year, or even just here shortly into this fall swing and kind of off season, if you will, I feel like that today, which when you guys are listening to this, it's going to be yesterday, obviously the Sunday, the final round of the Tour Championship. I feel like that's going to be highly talked about as one of the bigger moments of the 2025 calendar. So it was just a great year, but the best is yet to come, y'all, because we got the Ryder Cup. The Ryder Cup is coming in 1 month. Is it 1 month? I think it's 1 month, maybe just shy of 1 month. We're going to Beth. That was tough. We're going to Bethpage Black up there in New York. New Yorkers. Is that right? I don't think that was right. We're going to Bethpage Black, an absolute brute of a golf course. Obviously, go USA, but I mean, Europe for whatever reason, man. I think it's because it's kind of their thing. I feel like they take another level of pride and care into winning it, into playing for each other, um, in their countries. respectively. And so like I always worry about that. I always feel like those two kind of like intangible things give the European squad a little bit of a leg up. And so I am excited. I'm ready to go. I love the Ryder Cup, and so I'm really looking forward to that. Obviously, I want USA to get the W and bring home the trophies. But we'll just see. We'll just see. Also, the European squad is stacked. I would have to say that I think it's going to be a little bit of a better team on paper than the U.S. team, but that doesn't always, mean anything. Having home field advantage is a huge advantage. So we'll just see. We'll just see how it goes. But yeah, Ryder Cup, man, is still to come this year. So there's still, I mean, it's not the year's not over. You know what I mean? I am going to be doing so. Another guest coming up is my swing coach, Todd Meyer. He is the swing coach out of Algonquin Country Club in St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm going to go over there and see him. And we're going to film and record a playing podcast episode for YouTube and for a podcast. It'll be kind of a unique thing, but basically it'll be him. We're just going to play 9 holes, and he's going to, basically help me through the course, i.e. helping you guys, through the course with your course management and, some of your decision making, and also maybe pulling things out of, what I'm thinking out, and having him just give me some feedback on that and see what that looks like. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's what we got in the works for right now. I know that was kind of a dump for this last, kind of 12 minutes of what's what. We had a lot to catch up on. Let's be honest. I hadn't been pumping out podcast episodes weekly like I was, so I had to just vomit a bunch of golf info to you guys. And all I want to say again is just thanks for listening. I'm seeing the downloads coming in every day still, and so it's really cool to see that y'all like what's been getting put out in the first year of the Three Wheel Golf Show. So thank y'all. Be sure to go like, follow, and subscribe if you're listening on YouTube at Three Wheel Golf Co. Again on Instagram and TikTok. And we will see you here in a couple weeks to kick off season 2. So thanks. Take care, y'all. Have a good night.